Amigos, this is CM de la Vega, and this is a very special tutorial because exactly 15 years ago, I saw Robert Rodriguez, El Mariachi, and his 10-minute film school, which inspired me to become a filmmaker today. So this tutorial is my gift to you. Growing up in Miami in the early to mid 2000s, I didn't have the access, the resources, or the money to shoot my videos in a professional studio. So I decided to create my very own homemade green screen studio in my parents' home. God bless my mom and dad because they put up with a lot of crazy stuff. Today, I'm blessed because I work and live in Hollywood, and the same principles that I've learned over the past 10 years, I still apply today, regardless if it's a high budget or a low budget green screen video. The clips that you've been watching, amigos, is a music video that I shot for my brother last year in my parents' living room. I converted their living room into green screen studio, and the only thing that I spent was $90 on the green screen stand and crossbar. Everything else, the lights, the camera, the actual green screen fabric, that was all borrowed, which leads me to my number one recommendation, and that is to always borrow equipment when you can. In this case, my friend Enzo, he let me borrow his lights and his camera. If they're a little bit hesitant to borrow, you can always do the barter system, which is to exchange services for equipment. I said, hey Enzo, I know you need some After Effects work. I can do it for you. In exchange, I need to borrow your lens, your camera, and your lights. Deal. Now, you may not have those type of connections right now, and for a very long time, I didn't have those connections either. So the rest of this tutorial is dedicated on how to make and shoot on a homemade green screen for less than $50 that rivals any Hollywood production. Get your timers ready, amigos, because we'll be out of here in less than 10 minutes. God's greatest gift to all filmmakers is the sun, because without light, we can't make our videos. You might ask, hey CM, are you implying that we shoot outdoors with natural sunlight? Yes. You might follow up with, does that mean we can shoot all day long? Well, that depends, amigo. We're using natural sunlight, which is free, but the best time to shoot is early in the morning, in the shade, or late in the afternoon, or my favorite, because you can shoot all day long when it's overcast, there's no shadows, there should be no shadows on your face, your green screen should be evenly lit. You can thank God because it's all free. But here's the catch. You gotta get even lighting on the green screen, no shadows on the talent's face. If you can accomplish that, you're on your way to a successful green screen video shoot. The wall, this is the easiest of the four. Find a wall that is green or paint one that is green. Back in 2006, my cousin Andre and I, we shot a short film in our home country of Nicaragua, and we wanted to teach ourselves visual effects, primarily green screen work. We found this huge green wall that was outside that we ended up using as our green screen setup. This is one of our actors, Harold. He's reacting to his house being set on fire. It's a funny short film. But amigos, back in 2006, I didn't have access to After Effects. I didn't even know about After Effects, so I was not using the amazing tools and plugins, but despite my limitations, I was able to pull off a decent matte. And to prove that this method still works, I brought that same clip into After Effects, and I was able to pull off a good matte. And remember, amigos, this is standard definition footage, which is a lot harder to key out than HD. So the advantages of using the wall, it's free, no setup is required, but the disadvantage, you're limited to sunlight and weather conditions. To pull off my artistic vision for my brother's first 2 music videos, we had to shoot it primarily on green screen. This was back in Miami, late spring of 2007. We only had a little bit of money. We went down to Walgreens and we bought a bunch of these bright neon green poster boards, which we glued to the back of display boards, the one they use in the science fair in school. The clip that you're watching, amigo, is just me experimenting with a green screen setup. It's actually not a great time to shoot because there's shadows on my face. We ended up shooting the entire music video outdoors with natural sunlight, which was a bit of a challenge because it limited our shooting time to 2 to 3 hours a day. The best time to shoot with natural sunlight that produced even lighting on the green screen and no shadows on the face was early in the morning, like around 6 a.m., or late in the afternoon, around 6:30 p.m. The advantage of using the poster board, it's portable and the bright green is easy to key out, but the disadvantage, there's a setup required and you're limited to the size that you can make this green screen setup. An upgrade to the poster board is the paper roll. I've been using the paper roll since 2012 for various projects and clients. I mostly use it indoors inside my apartment here in LA, Sometimes I'll throw lights on it. Other times I can get away with using natural sunlight that comes from the window. This is a setup when I use a green screen paper roll. Now the paper measures a little bit over 4 feet wide, so you can always double it up. I did a pretty fast job of doing it. And I added 2 post notes, as you can see. Those little 2 post notes, I'm gonna use them as tracker for this handheld shot, so I can composite the background in After Effects. Let me pan around so you can see what I'm using as my main light source. My 2 huge windows are my main light source. Now my face there shouldn't be any shadows on my face, and the background should be evenly lit. Any tricky spots, we can always fix it up in After Effects. The advantage of using the paper roll, it's lightweight and it's a fast setup, just tape it. But the disadvantage is mostly for indoors only. The last method is a cloth, and that's my favorite, especially when I'm shooting full body shots from head to toe, because I can replicate a real green screen cyc wall. You might ask, hey CM, what's a cyc wall? It's basically a wall with a curved edge, and it's a standard in any professional green screen studio. It's perfect for shooting full body shots. Now the advantage is it's portable, you can fold it, it's easy to travel, it comes in different sizes, and you can replicate a cyc wall. Now there's a couple of disadvantages. It wrinkles easy, so you need to constantly iron it out. And if you're using it as a floor and you're using shoes, you're gonna get it dirty. And some of the fabric may be a little see-through, so I recommend placing the cloth in front of a solid backdrop like a wall. And that's pretty much it, amigos. Those are the 4 methods that I've used in the last 10 years in this world of visual effects. Now you might be asking yourself, which method should I use? And this is my recommendation. If you're gonna primarily be shooting medium shots and close-ups, definitely go with a paper roll. If you'll be shooting primarily full body shots, you gotta go with a cloth, because you can also shoot those close-ups and medium shots. Thank you for watching this 10-minute film school. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. And amigos, always stay creative. Let it flow like agua from an agua. Thank you for watching.